Son of a bitch.
Groovy.
Hi everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my latest in my series of YouTuber reviews, and this time around I'm going to be talking about the horror short films Who's There? Part 1 and Part 2. If you have not been watching this series, essentially I've been trying to put out reviews of YouTuber short films that were made independently and put out there, and I think probably aren't getting a whole lot of reviews or constructive feedback, and I think that's a shame, and also maybe giving them a little bit more attention from some of my viewers, which I think is cool as well. So I thought this would be a very good service to both the filmmakers and the people who come to my channel, give them a little bit of information on a short film that they should check out. And like I said, this time around I'm talking about Who's There, a couple of short films that are horror based that I thought were actually quite well done. They have very little dialogue. The first one is around 2 minutes long, and the second one's about 5.5 minutes long, and neither of them drag at all, which you might say would be easy considering how short they are, but I actually disagree with that. Sometimes when you are telling a story in such a short period of time, you have to be very concise but also fill it up with enough information that all of it is interesting. I have seen a lot of short films where they seem to be kind of padding it out because they only had like a core concept and they didn't have anything else to fill up the time with, and they didn't want it to be 30 seconds long, so they're throwing in a bunch of garbage to drag it out, and I did not feel like that happened at all in this film. I thought it was very interesting, and obviously most of my viewers probably won't have seen it, so essentially this movie is, these short films I should say, they're called Who's There for a reason. It all focuses on this woman who's lying in bed reading a book, or sitting in bed I guess, reading a book, and all of a sudden she hears a knock at her door, and she goes and she answers it, and then there's nobody there, and she's a little kind of put off by it, like anybody would be. It's the middle of the night, she's by herself, that would be a little unnerving, but she closes the door and tries to move on it, and then there's another knock, and she looks out her window, and we as a viewer all of a sudden get information that she doesn't have, that she is not alone, and that's the cutoff of the first film. And then we pick up in the second film where she's trying to escape the person who is with her, and that whole thing I thought was very well done. There are a couple of moments in these series of short films that really got to me. There was a couple of good jump scares, but they were earned. I feel like jump scares kind of get a bit of a bad rep. There are a lot of people who think that they're a very cheap way of freaking people out, but if you've earned them, if you've really put in the work to make it so that tension has been ratcheted up, I find them to be very effective and just fantastic. And I personally feel 100% that is the case here. I think that was very well done. I really enjoyed the way the actual filmmaking aspects of this film. I thought that the music was excellent. I thought that the performance of the lead actress was very good. I really enjoyed watching her on film. I thought that she didn't overplay things, but you could really tell that she was frightened. I thought that the cinematography here was, for the most part, fantastic. I love the fact that there was a moment where all of a sudden you couldn't see anything and you were just hearing stuff, and the way in which your mind was kind of filling in that information I thought that was very well served. And then you get the character ends up having a flashlight, and to me the flashlight aspect of this film to a degree would be my major complaint with it. It totally works to a large degree, but then there's a moment where she is clearly going to try to hide, and yet she continues to have the flashlight on. And I understand having the flashlight on until she gets to her location, but it made no sense to me at all that she wouldn't turn it off once she was there. And there was an argument that I could see because of where she was that it may not be such a big deal, but at the same time it just felt totally illogical to me. And I actually feel like if the flashlight had been turned off, then that might have ratcheted up the tension again, because you would have had a few moments of silence, and then what happens next from an audio standpoint would have creeped you out a little bit more, which I think could have been very effective. I do understand why they chose to go the way they did, because I feel like it would be a bit daunting to have so many extended moments of just complete darkness on screen, but I also feel like would have been very effective and would have frankly made a little bit more sense. But overall, I thought that this was a very, very well made series and definitely worth checking out. And if you have not seen these, which I'm assuming most of you haven't, please go check them out. Go check out these shorts. Go check out the gentleman who made this goes by the name of Jacob Owens. I mean, he doesn't go by that, that's his name, but you know what I'm saying. He's made other shorts that I feel like are definitely worth checking out, and I intend to review some more of his stuff in the coming weeks. And I just love the idea of supporting YouTuber filmmakers. So please go check that out. And if you are new here, please hit that like button, hit that share button. That way other people can come and check this video out. And like I said, if you are new here or you just haven't done it yet, please hit subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you can come check out my other reviews, including my continuing series on YouTuber short films, including some films that I'm going to be checking out that Jacob Owens made. And that would be awesome because I love talking to people about films. I'd love you to be one of them. Other than that, have yourself a good day.